Well, here we are back in the studio. Anyway. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn what you say. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. All I know what's going on right now is this kind of shit. All right, now you listening or what? I don't think you're listening very much. I don't think you're listening very much. We'll see how long you've been. I don't know. Gato being bad. Gato being extremely bad. Yes, indeed. Gato likes to eat plastic. And that aggravates the master. I'm just saying. Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, anyway, here's this. I'll give you this. We'll start with this, dog. We'll start with this, hopefully.
The lunch menu doesn't have bagels.
Well, that's nice. Now listen. Now just listen to this for a second. I couldn't get it. Dame Celestine, queen of the goddamn galaxy. The goddamn galaxy, yeah. White rabbit around the acres, around the white picket fences. That's right. Ashley Brogdon, why? Why did you bring all the school books with you? I don't need all of them. Thank you, Ashley Brogdon. The queen of the mountain and the dwarves that sing underneath. Welcome. That's right. Well, yet I know. Number one, Spirit Radio Station. Spirit Realm Radio Station number one. I know, guy. I know. We should have a million people watching this shit, but, well, they're all in the dark. So, well, sometimes we just gotta keep people in the dark. That's all right. All right. That's right, baby. Welcome, Foxy Rose. Welcome, Foxy Rose. That is correct. You always got. Anyway, all right, let's go. How is everybody? How is everybody tonight? Yes. Yeah, what happened here? No, we were down here. All right. All right. All right. Frisky and happy. Oh, Reuben. Oh, yeah. Reuben Carter. I'll tell you, that's a case in a case in a case. Quick break, and then we rejoin the land of the living, guys. Look, we have the upside down Queen of Wands tonight. That's the kind of mood we're in right now. Just saying. Keep this in mind. I'll tell you what. The people, people spend so much energy and time. Anyway, quick break, and I want to read something to you. People are very passionate about what they believe. They even pretend to be lawyers and stuff like that. It's going to be a mystery left to the ages. All right. Mischaracterized him. Anyway, all right. That's why we're reading for ourselves. Whatever. Oh, God. People have an opinion about everything, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Anyway, let's read. Let's read. So we're at section 4. Just read through this. This is the FBI CAS draft report, July 10, 2023. Attached, I guess, 124 lines. July 10, 2023.
So not that, we're talking, 8 months after the murders? Anyway, because I have not been supplied with any disclosure, report, or data set depicting the methodology, process, procedure, or opinion of the state's experts, I utilized both the CAST draft and the CAST final reports in my analysis. I found numerous concerns worth noting. The number of changes, omission of data, and what appears to be a change in methodology without any supporting documentation or explanation is problematic. Nah. The report underwent a peer review in which resulted with roughly 90 slides or 75% of the report being eliminated. There is no explanation for the changes made. The manner in which drive test data is presented was changed. Refer to draft slide 7 and final slide 8. This is a substantial deviation in representing the data with no explanation. Both claims in the draft and final report, as they relate to, quote, total coverage, is inaccurate. There is an attempt in the draft report to show that Kohberger's device, possibly in the area of the crime scene, between July 16, 2022 and November 10th, right? There is an attempt to show Kohberger's cell phone was in the area of the crime scene. This was removed and replaced in the final report. Okay, that was removed and replaced in the final report. There is no explanation to either methodology used in either report to illustrate this. Why did you do that? Both reports are, they're flawed. That's the problem with this. There's no explanation for what you're doing. You're not checking homework. You're taking out parts of information from a draft, leaving them out of the final report but you don't explain why you're doing that. See? He must be right, guys. He is a conspiracy theorist. This is what conspiracy theorists do, guys. They always want more information. Okay. Idiots on the opposite side of the wall. And Judge Hitler, by the way. He's the leader of the people on the opposite side of the wall who think Cy Ray is a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, that's Judge Hitler. No, that's his. I guess that's the champion of them. Right? Because conspiracy theorists, they always want more information, right, guys? Right? No, they don't. Come on. How many people... You guys, I want to talk about Bob Lazar for a minute. You know who Bob Lazar is? Do you guys believe Bob Lazar? I'm just curious. You guys believe that guy? Just wondering. Depends how much you want to stretch your imagination, Dame Celestine. And then, whatever. That's one of the problems with this case. But then, see, you're always going to lose. What's frustrating about this case is you're always going to lose you're almost automatically going to lose when you're trying to argue things. You're pretty much almost going to you're pretty much going to automatically lose. And that's what's very frustrating about this case. I am the greatest, but listen to this. You pretty much are going to lose. Me included. Because I don't have the high ground in any argument that I want to make. I'm never going to have the high ground in this scenario. Never, 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 never. And that's what's so fucking frustrating about this case. Well, not just that, but other things. But that's another piece of what's frustrating about this case. You're never going to have the high ground in this case. Never, never, and never, and never. Why? Well, we know why that is. That's because Mr. Kohlberger, this character that we've seen, right? This character that was described to us and whatever, has a history and whatever, supposedly, and all this shit. That's because this character pled guilty to the crime. And so because this character of Mr. Kohlberger did that, right? We never are going to have the high ground. Never, 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 never. Because no matter what corner you paint somebody into, they're always going to turn around and say this to you. Well, Master Nature, Brian Kohlberger pled guilty to the murders. And so I'm always going to be like, well, fuck. That's true. I can't deny that. See? I'm never going to have the high ground. Because no matter how much I paint an idiot into a corner, they're going to pull that shit on me. Right? Right. Good. Good. We on the same page? Right. Good. See, we're not as dumb as we look. Right? My garden is the greatest, the smartest. We actually think. But anyway, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes we think, sometimes we don't. You look so pretty when you're sleeping, Annie Guthrie. Oh my God, let me tell you all about that. This is Savannah, excuse me. This is Nancy Guthrie. Reporting live from the candle. Look, I broke out of the shed. Stanley can't keep me down for long. I broke out of the shed. And here I am, doing my report right in front of the candle and the cards. I am the greatest. Now my daughter Annie, she's Frankenstein. She was an ugly baby. Oh my God. An ugly... You want to talk about the ugly duckling story? You want to talk about Mother Goose satire 777? I'll give you a Mother Goose story. My daughter was so fucking ugly. Oh, come on. Nancy, really? You want to tell that story to the guard? Fucking hell I do. Annie. My daughter Annie was so fucking ugly that I purposely packed these gigantic apples in her lunch bags so she could hide her fucking face in the classroom.
There is no redemption arc for my goddamn ugly daughter. There's no redemption arc. She does suddenly become beautiful. No. She gets more fucking ugly over time. I couldn't hide her face any longer behind big apples and oranges. Welcome to Saturday night. This is Nancy Guthrie reporting live. I'm out of the shed and into the garden. I made my way out of the shed.
Now her husband's thinking, well, she didn't look like that when I married her. One of those things. Well, she didn't look like that when I married her. Well, what did she look like? I mean, she didn't seem to get any more attractive as time wore on. Anyway, I love you. That was Act 1. I hope you like Act 1. Yeah, the acts are going very quickly right now. Grab your Moroccan Mundos. I'm going to chew on a mushroom. It's called, what's the fucking mushroom called? It's called, something to do with a witch. The witch's brew? No. Bitch's brew? No, what's the mushroom name with the witch in it? Bitch's brew. Bitch's brew. It's called Bitch's brew. Don't make me pull fucking miles on you. We conjure up all kinds of demons there, love. Oh yeah, Bitch's brew. Don't get me started. So I bonked her over the head. Now, where are we? Act 2. That's right. I hope you're laughing somewhat. All right. Right. So let's read, loves. Let's read. Pretend we're stuck in well, it's snowing and we're stuck in a nice cozy lodge together. And there's a candle burning, all right? All right. This is interesting. All right. So we're talking about slides. Slide 112 is extremely concerning. What is represented in this slide appears to have been heavily relied on throughout nearly every probable cause statement provided to secure evidence against Mr. Kohlberger. The problem is that there is a complete misrepresentation of the AT&T data. There are only 4 connections represented on this slide. 4. The AT&T records show a total of 50 connections during this time period. So there's 50 connections. The slide states there are no network interactions between 2:48 a.m. and 4:48 a.m. when the phone switches back on. This is incorrect. Well, okay. The device does not disconnect from the network until after 2:54 a.m. All right. I mean, that's 6 minutes. There are an additional 6 connections after what is represented on this slide. The additional connections clearly illustrate the device is not traveling east. This is what he's going to testify to. It's not traveling east toward Moscow, as suggested on this slide, and on numerous probable causes affidavits. Mr. Payne, Brett Payne. Anyway, in fact, the phone disconnects from the network while using the cell site sector that provides coverage to Mr. Kohlberger's residence. Despite a peer review occurring before the final version was completed, most of these errors present on the final version. Arguably, the most important time period in this case concerning the network activity of Mr. Kohlberger, and these errors were not corrected. Not corrected. So then he argues, the FBI cast draft report is exculpatory evidence to Mr. Kohlberger as it represents a flawed review of the records that resulted in errored conclusions that plagued probable cause statements. It clearly shows the misrepresentation of the AT&T data by Special Agent this person early in the investigation. Given Agent M's expertise in this field, it is unbelievable he would not have realized the errors being made. This, of course, is even more concerning after many of the misrepresentations on this slide made it into the final report after a, quote, peer review by an equally qualified expert in the field. I don't know. This agent, Special Agent it is, all right, it is my opinion that this level of misrepresentation is not an oversight or a mistake. All right. What? But remember, he's a conspiracy theorist, so, right? That's what they're, well, he's a conspiracy theorist, whatever. Well, what is this about? He's saying, again, he's remember, he must be lying about this. He must be lying about this, guys, right? So, in all his analysis of this data up until this point in time, he must be lying, or he's clearly wrong. Based on what? Who challenged this, by the way? Anyway, the additional connections clearly illustrate Brian Kohlberger's cell phone device is not traveling east toward Moscow, as suggested on this slide and on numerous probable causes affidavits. In fact, the phone disconnects from the network while using the cell site/sector that provides coverage to Mr. Kohlberger's residence. So what they're going to argue is, well, he did, well, see, then what are you going to argue? Well, he turned off his phone within what? A mile of him leaving his residence. He must have turned it off then. That's what they're going to argue. I guess. But even here, they're saying that, well, no. That's not exactly accurate either. He turned it off at 2:54. Or it stopped. It stopped registering at 2:54. So anyway, let's carry on. So we get to section 5. So that was just a draft report, right? Yeah. So that was just the FBI's draft. Then we get into the FBI's final report on this. Two different things, right? Of course. We have the draft version, and we have their final report on their on the cell phone information. The final report. Of course. Who's annoying? Wait, now, who's annoying now? Me? Yeah, I know that. Wait, who annoying? Welcome, Mrs. John. Let's see. I'm just reading. Bulbous welcome mantra. Sorry, welcome mantra. Always good to see you. What are we going on about here? What? Oh, what is going on? I don't know. Let's just listen and understand the nature, That's all right. Everything cool with me. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, how about this? We chill out for a little bit and stuff. And what's happening? I don't know. I'm sorry, Dame John, Dame Johanna. Sorry, Dame Johanna. Yeah. Queen of the. No, you have several queen title now. We're still trying to pick the right ones for you. MD want to go with Queen of the Honky Tonk, and I'm like, no, I don't. Well, that might actually fit. Actually, Queen of the Honky Tonk. Anyway, that's right, Josephine. That's what I said. You're not listening. Welcome, Tilly. Nobody listening. Everybody talking over each other. I don't fucking know. Yeah, that's right. Dame Josephine. Queen of sugar, spicy sugar, wit, and wisdom. That's right. All right, loves. Quick break. Quick break, guys. What's Foxy talking? Foxy. Welcome, my nature too. Love to see you. Good to see you, love. I mean, it seems like you feel he's innocent, Foxy lady. I mean, He pled guilty. But that, again, going back to the high ground, low ground kind of shit, right? We're never gonna have the high ground. Never. God no man. Unfortunately, we should always have the high ground. We always should. Whenever we're trying to take a position against something, we should really have the high ground, it makes things a lot easier. But in this one, we do not have that. That's not only is it frustrating, you start to question your own intelligence and your own logic. Then you think to yourself, could these events really happen in exactly the way things were presented? Is that possible? And then you start eating again. You start eating your own logic. Weird. And you're like, wait a minute, I gotta stop eating my own logic. But then you can't, because why? Because, well, this guy pled guilty to the crimes. So it's like, I still gotta eat my own brains out? They're coming for you, Barbara. Like, they're still coming for you, Barbara. All right? Think about it. They're coming for you, Barbara. All right? Your logic is delicious. Babies. And like the big black guy's like, I'm coming for you, Barbara. You stupid hoe bitch. No, I'm kidding. Call me Bobby Brown. Now, look, I see a lot of MTV going on down there. Anyway, I love you. You know jive talking. This guy's a jive talker. He's a jive turkey. Fucking inbred white bread, jive turkey. Fucking hell, I'll tell you what. How the fuck did I get stuck with this shit? I fucking. Hello, I'm back, Nancy Guthrie reporting live.
Yes, you know, fuck you, Stanley. Anyway, all right. Oh my. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Wow. Oh no, Mrs. John. I'm sorry, Dame Josephina. Dame Josephine. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dame. What the fuck? Why? Why is this war still going on?
Fifth, strike a pose.
Oh my fucking Lord. I don't want to watch aliens fucking walk around like that. Look at this shit.
Fourth,
Oh, they're always fucking Asian. Mrs. John, why are they always fucking Asian all the time now?
And my boo
What
and
the?
my sugar.
Oh my
Don't mess
Lord.
with us.
Oh, straight to the fucking bell tower with you, I tell you what.
second,
Hey, fucking bell tower. What is this shit?
stop teasing John.
Stop teasing John. Another fucking, that's a weird looking fucking, that's a weird looking fucking, bubonic Asian plague. What a weird fucker. That's a weird, Mrs. John. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is this shit? He has a fucking beard and shit, this guy? Oh my God. Can we put him in a...
Third, number 20.
Oh my Lord.
Fifth,
Can we drop him from the cliff?
With your baby?
to the
Sorry,
top it
MD.
is.
On that? Yeah.
Fourth,
Oh
he likes
my.
this song a lot. Second,
Oh my God. Master Nature. Why do you subjected me to shit? It's like torture. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay. Straight to the fucking bell tower, this one. Fucking he-she. I suffer no he-she's. God damn it, MD. Why can't you end this goddamn war? Dame Josephina, don't you think it lasted, just somebody could see this goddamn war? I'm tired of fucking narrating this shit. I love you, Mrs. Town. I love you. I love you, Dame Josephina. Don't forget that. Anyway, what are we doing? I don't know. Oh my God, this is all. Where can we cut him off? Hang him off the London Bridge. We're hanging off the Braxton Bridge or the Brook somewhere. Oh my God. You're all crazy. I do like this one. I gotta play this. You know, we have to cut this shit out. I understand. I don't care. If we can find it. Maybe not.
This skit's kind of funny, guys. Ugh. All right. Remember that? Watch it. Remember this one? Oh, just watch a little bit. You know we're gonna have to cut it out. We're gonna have to cut it out. But watch it. All right. I love you, baby. Oh my god. Weird shit, huh? Angry Ronald McDonald. Yeah. It's funny. Compared to this shit today. Hey, at least we're trying to think about how to be funny. Anyway. I know, Master Nature. It's terrible. I don't laugh at all much up here. Because there's not... Well, you know I watch TV and shit, and, man, like, once in a while, I see, like, an old movie from, like, 1980 or something, and I start to laugh and shit, you know, because it's funny. But then, like, the rest of it's all, like, I don't know what's so funny about this, I guess. I guess tits are funny, but, I didn't mean to say that, Oh my God, MD. Now you cursing and stuff. I didn't mean to say tits and, Ashley's gonna be very disappointed in you, MD. Ashley, what are you talking about? Ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean Ashley. I meant, well, who you with now? I don't even know who you with anymore sometimes. Well, it's definitely not fucking Ashley. I mean, that was over, like, I don't know, like 9 months ago or something. Yeah, we had 2 fucking kids together, but, yeah, I still hate the fucking bitch. And again, my kids are still stuck in Mankato. And now, new little house on the prairie, I guess that, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but, my kids could have been moved. I don't even know now. They could have been moved to a different town entirely. I'm not sure. I'm serious, children, yeah. Fucking new family took over the fucking Mankato. I don't even know if Mankato exists anymore at this point. I have no idea. I don't even know if those is a Mankato. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, Dame Josephina, but I'm gonna probably check it out. Maisie, welcome, Curious Rose, one of the most beautiful nurses on the face of the planet. You cannot get much more beautiful or refined or elegant as Curious Rose. That's right. She knows it, I know it, everybody knows it. Well, I thought we were talking about the case, Master Nature. All right. How about this little gem? Slide 2. So in his report, he says and this is the final report from the FBI CAS data. He says, well, I'm going to go through it slide by slide. That's what he says. And so this is slide 2 that he's critiquing. And so let me read this little punchline to you, right? Because I don't understand. I'm so stupid. I don't understand what he's trying to say here, guys, right? Well, I'll show you something else that alludes to that. But anyway, right? So, right? Oh, great. All right, so we're looking at these numbers, but then he goes on to say, this. This report is a culmination of methodology or methodically cherry-picked data void of critical exculpatory data, right? Exculpatory data that is present in the record. To date, I have seen no evidence of a complete geolocation analysis in this case on behalf of the state. There have been no files turned over showing the complete mapping of available data. In the reports that have been turned over, there is data available for analysis that is not mentioned. All right? This report is void of nearly 94% of the available data in the time periods mentioned or referenced. 94%. It's void. 6%, 94%, right? Now, someone's going to say, well, they didn't need the rest of the 94%. Someone's going to say that. Anyway, to be clear, this report is not the result of an analysis, but rather a manipulation of raw data to create a false timeline of events. Yeah, there you are. That's on slide 2. We're not even into slide 3 or 4. That's just slide 2, guys. Right? And we're saying that kind of shit. Odd. Don't you think? So, on slide 2, I am already saying in my report, to be clear, this report is not the result of an analysis, but rather a manipulation of raw data to create a false timeline of events. On slide 2 already. Anyway, now remember, he's a conspiracy theorist, right? So, of course, he's gonna say all kinds of weird shit because he's a conspiracy theorist. And the question you have to ask yourself is, does that sound like a conspiracy theorist? This entire report, the way it's written, the way it's structured, does this seem like a conspiracy theorist to you? I don't think so. Not in my opinion. It seems rather, I don't know, professional, rational, like a real professional, like kind of try put it together, like like a real professional. Not a conspiracy theorist. It seems like a real professional put this fucking report together. At least that is what appears to me. Unless he's really good at being just throwing together really coherent, like the information that he's talking about is confusing as fuck. It really is. It's confusing as fuck. It is. Because he knows what he's talking about. And the information is confusing as fuck, and it's not. It's not information that's readily computed in our minds. So you're not quite sure what you're hearing. Unless you're like a programmer. Unless you're studying data, numbers. You're analyzing that type of information. You're gonna understand phrases and terminology and lingo that the most people are not gonna understand that when it comes to this type of a concept that you're trying to present to them, right? Because you know it better than anybody else does. So you are a master of this subject. You are the master of this subject that you're talking about. And so you're going to know a lot more than me or you and whoever. So knowing that, is this a conspiracy theorist? Knowing all of this information, this background about this person, and then reading this report so far, does that scream out to you, this guy's a fucking conspiracy theorist? Doesn't to me. Hey, Judge Stephen Hippler, I'm not sure what you read, and I know you're an Idaho fucking crone. You're a crone. You're a vampire that should be buried 6 feet under the root cellar with a silver goddamn stake in your fucking heart. That's what I know you are, Stephen. Something wicked this way came. Maybe Jerusalem's lot. Or we'll just call it Salem's lot. But anyway, silver stake. Which do you like better, Jerusalem's lot or Salem's lot? Which one do you like more? Either way, we're dealing with vampires. It doesn't matter which one, really, because they still need silver stakes through their fucking heart, and then you gotta bury them 6 feet under the goddamn root cellar with the carrots and the turnips and the pickles that you fucking stored down there for the winter. You fucking Idaho people. Maybe in 1902. I'm not quite sure. Now you're all just fucked up, weird ass people running around Boise downtown, like beating up people, and I don't know what you got a nice nightclub down there with some half naked fucking chick on the front of it. Boise's cooking. Boise is cooking like a hot potato. You got bitches all over the place. Hey, Boise, hot potato down there. You rotten. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Anyway, speaking of sex trafficking, anyway. No, never mind. Not Idaho. Idaho is so pure and righteous. You can't get away with that stuff in Idaho. Actually, you know what it reminds me of, guys? It reminds me of Porky's. You remember the Porky's, the movies Porky's? From like 1980, 81, whatever. Remember Porky's? It reminds me of fucking Porky's. Like the second Porky's movie. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, Porky's 2. It reminds me of Porky's 2 the next day. It reminds me of that. Not the original Porky's, the second Porky's. Where you get these televangelists, they're in this they're in the town, these televangelists, what are they? Televangelists, whatever the fuck they are. They're like a weird little fucking what was that? Were they priests or what were they? Pastors or something? That's what Moscow, that's what Idaho reminds me of. A bunch of fucking like naked little fucking weird ass men running around. Remember Porky's 2 the next day? Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Hey, Lordy Mama. You a Lordy Mama. Oh my God. Dang, Lord. That's what I'm saying. Oh Lord. Please help me. My knees are buckling. All right. All right, baby. Oh my God. You know what that is. Anyway. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, we go, the must we go. Austin Age. That was the garden doing? It's Saturday night. You lied? What do you mean you lied? Who lied? Why are we lying? What are you talking about? What? I leave the party for just a minute and people are lying. There's Nazi Guthrie back in action. Someone balked me over the head and I think it was Frankenstein, my daughter. She's very strong, you know. You won't think it, but she's very strong. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to show her in a minute, but I want to watch this with you. Let's check this shit out. It's kind of funny. I think it's funny, and it's still funny. I think.
You don't deserve a break today.
All right. It's great. Kind of funny. No. Ronald McDonald. Anyway, arguing about some stupid fucking shit. Even though he's a cartoon character. Oh my God, Master Nature. I know what you're trying to do here. Alright, let's get back to what we're doing. Where were we? I don't remember. Yes. He just faded away. Mrs. John, Dame Josephina. He just faded away. I don't know. It's funny. He was funny. Yeah. I know. Good question. We should look that up. Whatever happened to Joe Piscopo? He did that movie with Michael Keaton. Remember that? Did that movie. But then after he did that movie with Keaton, he never heard about him ever after that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Sometimes you have these weird questions that float in your mind. Just weird questions. Let's read a little bit more. Section 2, this is methodology. Oh boy. This section reportedly discusses methodology, but is void of methodology. Methodology is a system of methods. Yes. Welcome to Master Nature 2112. Class is in session. We're learning about methodology. So anyway, methodology is a system of methods used to perform an analysis that people agree on. That's the right, well, yeah, it's called a methodology. Like, this is how you do this. Like, for instance, now when the Hobbit says to the prime suspect, run down here. Now, if we're talking methodology here, all right, I love you. Welcome to my name's Professor Sergeant Zappa. My name is Sergeant Zappa. All right. Oh my God, Master. What the fuck is going on with you tonight? I tell you what. All kinds of shit. Saturday night, right? I tell you what happens on Saturday night. Sometimes on Saturday nights, we have these wild, like, hibiscus blooms, right? And every once in a while, all these hibiscus fucking flowers, they just start floating on up into the atmosphere. And it's like, oh my God, we're having a hibiscus night, baby. A hibiscus moon flowing with like hibiscus wine and cheeses and shit like that. Yeah, it's that kind of, it's like a hibiscus fucking moon night. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about, right? Hibiscus moon. Interesting. Yeah. All right. What Special Agent McConnelly, no. What Special Agent writes is not a methodology, right? Rather, it is nothing more than stating the obvious, which is what? Anyway, cell phone records exist. Okay, great. They contain location data, and they can be mapped. He avoids any real explanation of a methodology he used to analyze, quote, analyze these records. If this person mapped all of the cell phone records he was provided, analyzed them, and then created this report as a result, the complete mapping has never been disclosed. There is no attempt to provide any real description of the methods. Without knowing the methodology he employed and reviewing the raw mapping files he used to reach the conclusion presented in this report, it is nearly impossible to review the work. It would also be impossible for Special Agent Itfuck to provide a peer review. Ooh. Then you ask yourself, well, so you have questions. So you read that, you have questions, right? Well, here's some of those things you're going to say to yourself. The people on the FBI have the FBI, you're going to hear this. The FBI has their own methods of how they do things, and some of that you're probably not going to know what it is, right? You're going to hear that. It's that argument. Well, we have secret knowledge that this person doesn't need to know about, but we have that secret knowledge. See, it's that argument. And so you don't need to know, right? Then that's what that you don't need to know exactly what we did and how we did it. You know, we're just giving you this information. See. That's called, you know what that's called, guys? That's called the secret knowledge concept, right? It's called the secret knowledge. I have secret knowledge. You do not have that knowledge. So when you have agencies like the FBI and the CIA and, you know, these agencies that, you know, you really don't know exactly what exactly they do. You think you do, or what their powers are, I should say. You know, it is shocking. It is quite shocking. It's quite shocking. Anyway, so then it comes down to this, right? And then it comes down to this. Well, we don't want to live, listen to this. We don't want to live in a space, right, where we are under, you know, we're under some sort of like cannon fire like every goddamn fucking 3 days. We don't want to live in a place like that. You know, no, who would? So you're like, okay, well, I don't want to live in a place like that. So that's definitely out, right? So then let's say you get to pick. You get to pick, right? Well, I know I don't want to live in a place that's getting bombarded by fucking, like, fire and hell. I don't want to live there. And, well, that's good. I want to survive. Whatever. So where'd you go? What do you want to know? It's like, well, climate. How much do you want to be controlled or not controlled? Anyway, what you perceive as control. Stuff like that. Crazy. Crazy. I guess. Crazy. Anyway, that's the... Never mind. That's what I call the I have secret knowledge that you don't have kind of argument. I have this special information, and you don't need to know how I ascertained it. All right, that's what that shit is. I am the secret agent, man. Secret agent, man. I don't need to have a methodology to show you, right? Because we have our own way of doing things. I don't know. Right? Peer review? What are you talking about? I don't do peer review. Fuck you. FBI doesn't have time to do peer review. Well, I don't know. We got other shit we gotta do. Right? I don't know. Anyway. Conclusions. Special Agent Ballastar states a historical analysis was performed on the call detail records for the target phones. Yet to date, I have not received any documentation or work product that would be required to perform such an analysis. For example, oh dear. For example, right? I have included all my raw data and mapped data with this report. I have worked well over 500 of these cases on behalf of the prosecution. I must be a conspiracy theorist. I'm unable to think of a single case where the mapped data was not provided because I'm a conspiracy theorist, guys, right? Having 500 of these for evil Santa Clauses all around. Not just Moscow, Idaho, but everywhere. I'm unable to think of a single case where the mapped data says date, but that should be data, where the mapped data was not provided as part of my report. I have instructed law enforcement, and this is where he goes into his accounts, right? Maybe because he's a conspiracy theorist. Listen to this. I have instructed law enforcement on methodologies, that's what section we're in, used to perform an analysis of this nature for over 15 years. teaching tens of thousands of investigators all over the world. The need to provide an account of your process and working files have been part of that instruction. It is well known and accepted best practice. This is more than an oversight or slight inconvenience. This is an intentional attempt to conceal the flawed methodologies that resulted in the flawed conclusions found in this report. That's slide Slide 2? Right, that was slide 2, right, guys? Let's see. Yes. No. Slide, sorry, excuse me. That was, where am I now? Yes, we're still on slide 2. Okay. That's the first slide. Yeah. Now we're on to slide 6. Guys, that was just the first slide. What the hell? Now think about this. That was just the first slide that you analyzed. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Weird. I mean, this is the conclusion to analysis of slide 2. This is his conclusion. It is well known and accepted, right? This is more than an oversight or slight problem inconvenience. This is an intentional attempt to conceal the flawed methods we used that resulted in the flawed conclusions that we found in this report. Intentional. We intentionally tried to conceal stuff. Flawed ways of doing things. We intentionally try to conceal that. That's on slide 2. Slide 6. Maps are shown utilizing a Google-based mapping program. This statement is false. FBI CAST utilizes this, the CAST Viz, and Gladiator mapping programs to create work product. Neither is affiliated with Google in any way. They do not utilize a Google-based mapping program. Both are proprietary and not available to you or me. Remember, we talked about this long time ago. We talked to you about the FBI. We talked about this. The FBI, of course, they're going to have technology nobody possesses. We talked about this. Of course. So, you're pissing in the wind. If you want to be real, you're pissing in the wind. You really are. Now, what I would want to ask is, all this audio. Here's what I want to ask. All this audio from the cameras in the neighborhood, right? All the audio that was captured in the neighborhood that night, Linda Lane cameras, whatever, 1112 King camera, whatever. Whatever you got, audio, and, well, video, of course, but audio. You sent it to the FBI. The FBI has, again, this is the argument, we talked about this, where the FBI has technology where it can filter out with sounds that loud being picked up on cameras. The FBI has technology. I'm telling you right now. Yes, I'm saying, I agree. You still got to show your work. I agree with that. I absolutely agree. When it comes to this, now if we're talking about the Idaho 4, yes, of course. In this circumstance, absolutely. That's a whole other story. You want to talk? We're talking straight Sears electronics section in 1982. Okay, we were talking that. I totally understand that section. You know what I'm saying? Compared to some other sections where there's just a bunch of shit thrown around into it. You know what I mean? But I definitely understand the Sears section, 1982 electronics section, 1982 Sears. So I definitely understand that, and you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Gen X is the greatest generation next to next to the Great Generation. We're the second greatest generation of all time. You know what we are? We're like the Wrath of Khan is what we are. Like we're a space seed. Like Khan, right? We're like the space seed. Like we were planted. And then like people forgot about us. And we flourished amongst the deserts, amongst Hawaii, hey, amongst the great rivers and tides, in hurricanes, and but nobody bothered to check on us. We are the second greatest of all time. We're very much like Khan, the Wrath of Khan. How dare you? What? How dare you find me now? How dare you find me now, you motherfucker? I was quite content not you finding me. Where the fuck have you been, asshole? Yeah, of course we're the greatest generation of all time. well, the second greatest. Oh, now everybody wants to cover us. Right? It's only going to get worse. Hey, listen, guys. As the boomers die off in 10 to 20, as the boomers die off, we're going to become the second greatest generation of all time. Those goddamn boomers. Hey, you gotta die off. Hey, you just gotta go. Should we send you out in a fucking ice bug and, like the Eskimos, we'll just ship you on out in the ice bugs? Oh. fuck all, fuck all. Oh, what? Oh, what?
What? So what? What evolved in the, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Into what? Anyway. Alright, that's weird. The maps used in this special agent report is actually a mapping software called Maptiller from OpenStreetMap. This is a company completely unrelated to Google. It is unclear why special agent this person chose to qualify his mapping as a Google-based mapping program. I don't know. That's slide 6. Slide 7. There is a data conversion that Special Agent Ronald McDonald, right? Whatever, performed in his work product that he does not address. Okay. This is further complicated by statements made on slide 7. Information in call information box is dependent upon information cellular carrier provider. Okay. Special Agent Mayor does some cross-referencing. I don't know what that shit is. Using 2 different data sets to convert the original cell sector data, all right. To review this process, the AT&T cell tower list for the referenced areas required. All right. The AT&T tower list data set has been at issue in discovery request. There has been previous testimony elicited by the state, in this case, that AT&T cell tower lists were not used in the mapping. Okay. To be clear, to map these records in the fashion Special Agent K did in this report, the AT&T tower list is absolutely required. Okay. Interesting. All right. Anyway, so we're not going to give you that, I guess. The original AT&T CDRs will not have the cell site / sector information that Special Agent references throughout his report. For example, the original call data records will not have the cell site or sector information that Special Agent references throughout his report.
Interesting. All right. I don't know, guys. So, essentially what he's saying here is, he's saying you cannot complete the equation without having this list, right? Without having the key, I guess. Right? Special Agent this person's work cannot be verified with only the AT&T call data records, as previously claimed. It requires the AT&T tower list to complete the conversion. All right. So, all right. So you need the list, the tower list, to complete the equation. Whatever you're trying to do here with your data. You need this completed. To remove any doubt, any records mapped in a CastViz program or any other program that displays this conversion, an AT&T tower list was uploaded, all right, into the program and utilized by the program. So, right. So the argument, though, is they're saying they don't have this, right? Well, they can't show this or something. Fuck. Oh, wow. I'm way down here. Slide 7. Yeah, well, okay. Right. All right, so that's what they're saying. Yeah, you need the list. You need the list. The way this FBI guy mapped this information or cross-referenced using two different data sets to convert the original cell site sector data, to review this process, the AT&T cell tower list for the reference area is required. It's been an issue in multiple discovery requests. In this case, the AT&T cell tower lists were not used in any mapping. To be clear, to map these records in the way that this guy did in his report, the AT&T tower list is absolutely required to do that. Yeah. Interesting. Kind of funny. Anyway, we'll do one more slide. We'll do another slide. Slide 8. This slide is an explanation slide as it refers to drive testing. There are multiple false claims on this one. The dialog box states coverage area. As previously discussed, this is an estimated coverage area, and it's far from accurate. Another dialog box states, when mapping the results of drive test data for one specific tower, the total coverage area for the tower/sector is represented by the colored area on the map. As previously discussed, there is a software component that estimates the coverage area based on partial readings from a drive test. In no way does this represent the total coverage area. Right? Well, yeah. That makes sense, though, right, guys? Because the chip is not that powerful. So it's not mapping the entire area. It's mapping a small area in front of you, most likely, or something. I mean, our cars are nice and all, but they're not that powerful yet. Are they? No. It's not like the Jetsons and shit. Anyway, yeah. I do like the one. Now, keep in mind, there is the one tower is gonna come into play here too. I have a feeling. One tower. Yes. One tower. All right, where are we at, guys? We're at 2 hours. I love you. Welcome, Creamy Row. Welcome, Seattle Rain, my loves. How is everybody doing? That's right, Dame Celestine. Just the one tower to rule them all. Interesting. All right, quick break, guys. This is slide 10. Now, fuck. Slide 10. We're still talking about Cy Ray, by the way, his stuff. All right. It's missing a critical cell tower that should be shown and discussed. This is interesting. Southeast of Busby is tower 424286. Kohlberger's phone connects to this cell site twice. On that fateful night at 2:47 and again at 2:50. Given the antenna, this is interesting, that was utilized faces northwest away from Moscow, this cell site or sector is extremely important to any analysis of Mr. Kohlberger's device on that night. Special Agent chose to leave these connections out of his report and has left it out of this visualization. Mr. Kohlberger's phone regularly connects to this cell site, and it should be represented here to help a layperson understand the general coverage areas. Right. Interesting. Layperson. Like me. I mean, it couldn't hurt, I guess. I mean, what would this hurt? I mean, who cares? I mean, well, what would this hurt if we showed this? Well, what would it hurt? Why not then? Why couldn't we show it? What would it hurt? Right? What would it hurt? What would it hurt? I don't think it would hurt anything. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think we're going to end it there, loves. Yeah. We'll pick it up. Slide 13. This slide is a misrepresentation of the AT&T data. Okay. All right. More concealing of cell site connections. Let's see. Only putting in a few on the diagrams. The phone is still connected until 2:54 a.m. This error was repeated throughout. All right. And then he addresses this. See, this is what's interesting, guys. See, he must be a stupid conspiracy theorist because he addresses this. While it may only be an error of 6 minutes, the cell site, cell sector connections that happened during that 6-minute period paint a very different picture than the narrative crafted in nearly all the probable cause statements. He addresses it, though. You got to admit it. You're going to say to yourself, well, so what? 6 minutes, fuck, whatever. Interesting. But those cell site connections that happen during that 6-minute period paint a very different picture than the narrative crafted in the probable cause. I wonder what was happening there. Anyway, I don't know. We're like, I'm not sure how far down deep we are here into the electric mind, but all right. I don't know. All right, quick break. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it right there, you know. Yeah, Saturday night, right? We'll leave it right there. Yes, to ponder away, to ponder. All right, loves. We shall go. We shall go. Yes. Everybody's nice and curled up, love. All right, loves. We should go. Anyway, I'll pick this up later. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, everybody.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Idiots. I'm surrounded by idiots.
All right. No, we ain't gonna go out like that. No. You ain't gonna go out like that. No, gotta be something better than that, right? Matt, Mrs. John, where are you at? Oh God, no, not this, no. Something more highbrow. Something more highbrow, and well, almost like you're going to a symphony. You're going to a symphony, and so this is how we're gonna go out tonight, like we're going to a symphony, Mrs. John. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh God, here we
Let
go.
Cole eat.
Oh my God.
Second.
Yeah, what up, man?
What the
Sick, man.
what the fuck
My
is
baby.
that?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
boy.
God, Master Nature.
What's on your shopping list?
All right. Chips, potatoes,
Yeah.
sausages,
You potato, all right.
bills.
Oh my fucking Lord. Mrs. John, it's Dame Josephina.
What up? Tito?
Oh my
What up,
God.
Tito? What up?
Oh my Lord.
First.
Anyway, oh my. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What the hell is this shit? Is that Ronald McDonald? That ain't Ronald McDonald. What the fuck is this shit?
Seems like fun.
Where's our champagne?
Are these old Down syndrome people? What is this shit? Oh my God.
What do you think?
Oh my Lord. Yeah, look at this fucking alien. Look at this fucking alien.
Austin loves chicken.
Yeah, you wanted the best, you got the best. Mrs. Dame Josephina. The war's still on. Look at these fucking people. Ashley, I hate your guts. Ashley, I hate you. I didn't know you had Down syndrome, Ashley. But now I know. Oh my God, Mrs. John. This is what you want, huh? Oh my God.
Third.
Maisie, I hate your guts too, Maisie. Look at this fucking guy. You should be in the fucking bell tower.
Fifth. They are having a lot of fun.
But that's my line, MD. Yeah, look at these fucking guys. What the fucking bubonic plague.
Fourth. Run.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You forgot about me, didn't you? Oh dear. You forgot about me, didn't you? You think I could just walk away from my own news report? You thought. Oh my God. Now you can see what you're fucking doing. Yeah, this is the shit, yeah, I tell you what. I tell you what. What we doing? What we doing? Oh yeah, oh that's right, that's right. Sorry, yeah. It's my fucking news report. I'm surrounded by idiots. Annie! Oh no. Oh God, no. Here we go.
You minutes, sir.
No!
On behalf of our family,
Oh my
I thank all
God!
of you for the prayers for our
Look,
beloved
look, look.
Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
I couldn't hide her face anymore, guys. Like, there's only certain, oranges can get, really big, you know. But you can't buy I guess you have to start buying cantaloupes and shit. But I didn't have the budget for that. Anyway!
Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal,
What?
fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny and spunky
Why, Annie, why?
and clever.
I tried to hide your face as best I could. I know you were ridiculed. I know you must have had deep thoughts about your very own face. Right? But then I remembered an old saying. My goddamn fucking ugly daughter. The fucking Brothers Grimm. Do you want to know what happened? Even the Brothers Grimm, they grimaced when they saw you. They're like, we can't write a story about her fucking face. It's too gruesome to write, even for us. Oh, all right. Really? Nancy, do you think you're exaggerating here a little bit, Nancy? I mean, it's my fucking report. I'm live, aren't I? Yes, they threw me down a fucking mine shaft. Are you kidding me? Now shut up. And, let me tell you about my fucking daughter. Her psychological mood. Fuck. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, Nancy. Well, I'm going to end my report this way. For, my...
Power their play.
I couldn't hide your face forever, darling. But...